Morning. Day 2 of Sister Clare's retreat. I didn't really sleep much last night. I woke up 5:30 this morning, just decided to get myself up, but I haven't get out of the bed yet and put on my clothes because it's absolutely Baltic. I was waiting on the heating coming on. This is an old building and it is freezing. We start our day with breakfast and then there's morning prayer and then there's a talk that's happening today. I am most excited about meeting Sister Clare's sisters. I'm going to get up, get ready, go about my day. The view outside this window is absolutely amazing. Show you bits and pieces of the day and things that I'm allowed to film. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to film everything, and I feel like one of those people who never have their phone out of their hands, and that's not me. I've just popped back up to my room here as we just had lunch. It's provided as part of your stay here and it was absolutely lovely. This morning we had a talk with one of the girls who helped run this place here called Aoife, which was absolutely outstanding, and her speech really hit home to me. She talked about Sister Clare and Advent, and basically about the start of Advent. With each week they light a candle. That kind of, the candle engulfs the darkness. It's a symbolism used to show the darkness and the light coming in, and Jesus is that light. That's what they were talking about today, but they were using Clare as an example as well, because Clare was a light. She was a light in people's lives, and even in death she's still a light, and she's touching hearts. But it's not Clare is what we're learning, it's God, and Sister Clare would be the first to point you to God. It was absolutely amazing. Then we moved and did the Stations of the Cross out in the garden. We are headed outside to do the Stations of the Cross. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, deliver us from evil. Then we came back in and we had Mass with Father Stephen. Really answered something for me. So I came here seeking something. I think we're all seeking something and we don't realise it. And, I think you're waiting on something profound to happen, or some sort of, enlightenment or calling, or we're waiting on something. But he answered something for me today, because he just said, God has already called you, and all he wants you to do is to live a holy life, to answer his call. And you've already answered him by coming here, and it's about going out and bringing that light to others. It's just strange that it took somebody to say that for the penny to drop. Jesus asks us to be disciples and to go out and spread the good news. And the happiness that I feel and the peace that I feel, I've only felt through faith. I had this kind of hole in my heart, and I felt lost, and I felt like all this suffering that I kind of brought on myself because of my mind. I only pulled, or God, should I say, pulled me out? I don't know who pulled me out, but it was faith. I would say faith pulled me out, and faith filled that hole for me. And I suppose this is why I'm documenting this, so I can let people know that if you're lost, go. I'm not saying, we all have to be these devout religious people, or that we're all called to be nuns or priests. That's another thing that the priest answered today. He says, we're not called to be nuns and priests. We're called to just be disciples, to go out and spread the good news. And I'm so feel that in my heart. This is why I'm making these videos, so I can document along the way little bits that I pick up, because I always go, I'll talk about that later, and then you go home and you forget, trying to do it step by step, but still I'm forgetting a lot of it. I'm trying to write stuff down, I'm journaling. But again, still forgetful, and then you switch the camera on and you start, I don't know, get self-conscious or wherever else. That's so far what I'm picking up from today, but I'm getting really excited because in the next half an hour we're going down to meet Sister Clare's sisters. I definitely will write down what they're saying, although I'm somebody who kind of sits back and I'd be quite shy. I'd be embarrassed to go up to them, so to speak, but who knows, strange things have happened, so I'm looking forward to that. This is Megan and this is Shauna. They are Sister Clare's sisters. I'm just after meeting them and it was absolutely amazing. They had so much character, they bounced off each other. I just sat there thinking at one point, I would love a night out with these two. That's the truth of the matter. They were good crack and you can see the love that they have for Clare, and it's obviously become their driving force. The way they spoke of Clare, the Clare that they know, the real Clare, the Clare at home, the Clare who was out living life to the full, who still continued to live life to the full, but who they knew. The way they spoke set everybody's heart on fire in that room today. We were in awe and we could just see the love shining through. They were just talking about Clare, the Clare that they know, and saying, she's becoming a saint, and they were, laughing about that, our Clare. They said our Clare being a saint, and they were reflecting back to the days of her going out and having a laugh and how hard they found this transition to be. They even joked at one point they thought that she was in a cult. But they know now, looking back and seeing how Clare transformed through that transformation, Clare transformed everyone around her. Even the nuns at the home of the mother, her family, everyone, because they could see a light in her, the light that we all see now. After they finished, I wanted to go up and speak to them, and I didn't. I was the first to leave the room as everybody gathered around them. But as I walked down the corridor, there was a pull. Something pulled me. I had to go back. And I went back. And I said hello to them. Basically, we had a brief conversation with each other. But for that moment, I just felt like I felt the real peace and a real, I don't know, almost like as if I knew them, but obviously I didn't. It was a brief encounter, but it's one that will have a lasting impact on me, and it's one that I'll take with me. We're all off on a walk to Sister Clare's grave. A lot of it, that's us out walking, but it's absolutely freezing. I kind of had to take some time out. The maddest thing happened to me today. We went to walk all around there, so first of all, I'm absolutely exhausted, but today I met Sister Clare's sisters. Sorry, I'm going to get emotional because I can't believe this, but they got my mobile number and they texted me, and I still can't believe this. It still doesn't feel real, but they got my mobile number and they sent me a message. Megan, Shauna sent me a message and says that, a few weeks ago they had made the decision that they were going to gift someone the trip to Madrid for Sister Clare's canonization, and they said that after meeting me today, they said that after meeting me today, they knew it was me that they wanted to gift this trip to, and I'm completely blown away. I wasn't even supposed to be on this trip. Someone else gifted me this trip and told me they felt like that I had to go here, and now this is all madness. It's all too much to take in, and I just don't know. Today was an absolutely amazing day, and my heart is like overflowing, and it's just mental, absolutely mental. But there's just another thing in the story that I am trying to make sense of.
What are the chances of this? What are the chances? God is good.
It is now 10:15 and I have just finished my second day of the Sister Clare Crockett retreat, and just a wee nighttime reflection. I have had the best weekend, the best 2 days. Honest to God, my heart is completely full. This is the kind of environment that I love to be in, the people that I love to be around, just sharing stories and, just getting away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life and just sitting in peace and quiet and just being yourself. There's just something to be said about that. This weekend has been amazing. I'm so thankful that I am here in this weekend, and I don't know if I said it in previous videos, but I'm only here because of a lady I met in Knock. I've chatted to her about, chatted to her several times and met her about 4 times, and she came to me and she says that she seen this retreat was happening and she felt that I should go, and she gave me £120 and told me to come to this retreat, and she was right. I was supposed to be here, and I got to meet Sister Clare's sisters, and now I'm going to Madrid, another trip that is paid for and that I'm going to, and I'm just sitting here going like, how is these things happening to me? But it's amazing and I'm thankful, and I'll pay these things forward whenever I can. So that's day 2 done and dusted. Last day tomorrow. Bit sad that it's, the last day, because you make all these connections with people and then you never know if you're going to see them again. But last day, and I will be sure to make the most of it. It's only a few hours tomorrow. It ends at 1 p.m. and then I'm heading home back to the normal everyday life. So I'm gonna have a quiet and early night tonight, reflect on the past 2 days and get ready for going home to normal day life. But I'm very thankful, grateful, couldn't be happier. You cannot wipe this smile off my face. And someone gave me that bracelet too. Love it. It says, "The Lord is my strength and my shield," and that is becoming more evident each and every day.